Welcome back to the Basement Boys podcast and this week's free episode. If you're interested in bonus episodes, behind the scenes, bloopers, and more, check out patreon.com/basementboyspodcast, where most of that content is available for just $2 a month. Regardless, we appreciate all your support and we hope you enjoy this episode. What's going on, Zach?
Hey, man.
Got a couple preliminary things to talk about today. Today's episode is a last-second car podcast. So we tested out a car podcast where we're recording the road on our Patreon. And our Patreon is where we do a lot of experimental stuff, honestly. Like, for example, we did 2 or 3 car podcasts before doing one on our free Patreon series, or our free podcast series. I can't even talk. We did like 2 or 3 car podcasts on the Patreon before we did them on YouTube and the likes.
You're slowing down, bud.
We're slowing down, huh?
I'm slowing down. I don't understand. I mean, I see this man is getting his mail, but I don't know also why you couldn't just
go around.
Give him space.
Yeah, well, the person
like how I just did. The person in front of us decided to stop for him fully.
He just wanted to slam on his brakes. Slam on his brakes a little. He wanted to slam on his brakes. I get that. Sometimes I get the urge. Just going down the highway.
Slam on the brakes.
65 miles an hour.
Mode so I don't drive too fast. Is that bad that that's what like these modes on my car mean? Like sport is like, ooh, I get to go fast, and eco is like, okay, gotta limit my speed.
I don't think that's bad. I just think you should limit your speed always.
I disagree.
Because you're an aggressive driver. Anyways, you're getting me off topic. Preliminary things we need to talk about. This is our first car podcast on the free podcast series, the free episode, where we are recording the road. We've done it before on the Patreon. We tested it out on the Patreon, and, you know, it went well. People enjoyed it, so we're doing it here. Another preliminary thing is this was a very last-second car podcast. Therefore, I didn't have the backup battery for the GoPro charged and ready to go, so we only have one battery. And GoPro batteries, for me, at least for the GoPro I have, they only last about, let's say, 40 to 50 minutes. It's a much wider scale. We've had a battery last an hour before, but we've also had a battery die at like 35. So we're gonna say 40 to 50 minutes.
This episode could be abruptly shorter.
Yeah. Basically what I'm trying to say, because this was a last second car podcast, we were supposed to do today's episode in the studio. And because I don't have the backup battery for the GoPro, this podcast ends whenever the battery dies. And if it ends in the middle of a conversation, maybe I'll throw an outro in there.
I'll consider it.
I'll throw an outro in post.
Just after every discussion. Thank you all for watching. Please tune in.
Yeah, but we're here. What are we doing today, Zach? Why are we driving?
So we're going to my grandparents' house to pick up my license plate, and I really didn't want to do it alone.
Yes.
Because it's a boring fucking drive.
So have you had the temporary license plate the entire time you've had this car?
Yes.
Oh, great. Oh, lovely.
Yep. I don't... Were it not that way, I would have told you. No, if it wasn't that way, it wouldn't really be a temporary license plate. Or if they, like, replaced the temporary plate or whatever, it wouldn't really make sense to not just give me a real regular one.
So I want you to do one of 2 things for me. I want you to either A, speak a real English, like, sentence, or B, edit this podcast and you can cut out whatever the fuck you just said. You can edit out whatever the fuck you just said.
I'm sorry. After gathering my thoughts, I've come to the conclusion that what I meant to say was it wouldn't make sense for them to send me a replacement temporary plate without just giving me a regular plate.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
So now I have to get
That makes much more sense than whatever grudge, half-mumbled sentence you tried to say earlier.
Listen, I'm doing my very best, and my very best isn't good enough, but I'm trying.
That's all right. I'm sorry, I shouldn't get angry at you, but I'm a little angry at you, okay? In our last episode of the podcast, we said multiple times and even ended the podcast that you were going to stream.
It's true.
And
then
more
I worked a 12-hour shift that day.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
No, you didn't. Let me finish my rant. More specifically, we ended that last podcast. We uploaded it on Thursday afternoon and said, this evening, meaning Thursday night, Zach is going to stream. I bet my freaking heart on it. I'll eat my shoe. And you didn't stream.
I'll eat your shoe.
You didn't stream.
Give me your shoe.
You didn't work. So
I did work that day.
No.
I didn't work at the time I was supposed to stream, To be fair, I expected a 12-hour shift. I didn't sleep the night before, and then I did like an 8 or 9-hour shift and came home and crashed, and then decided it was too late to stream. And by too late, I mean like 9 p.m.
So what I'm hearing are excuses.
They're each and every one, more an excuse than the last.
And you've made yourself look like a fool, and you've made me look like a fool defending you and saying, yeah, he'll definitely stream. Not only though,
if it's any I don't know the fucking word.
This guy is an
my
idiot.
guy.
Yeah, definitely did not have the right of way. What a fucking moron.
If it's any connotation,
That's the word.
Is connotation?
Consultation.
That is not the word.
Yes, it is.
Consultation?
Hey Siri, what is the phrase, is it any consultation?
Here's what I found.
Yep.
No, I don't think it is, because consultation means you're going to consult with someone.
That's exactly what you're trying to do. That's exactly what you're trying to do with me right now. You're trying to consult with me.
No, I'm not consulting with you. That'd be like us discussing the price of something with a professional.
Oh my God. I'm Googling it again because
it's
Siri,
like a prize for not winning.
I closed Siri because I was right, but I'll Google it again.
Just Google the word consultation.
I'm so pissed off at you right now.
I'm mad at myself.
Consolation. Fuck off. Regardless, I was closer.
Yeah.
You said connotation.
I did say connotation.
No, fuck off. The reason I'm so mad though is not only did you not stream that day, that's fine. You haven't streamed once in the 7 days since we made that podcast. We made a whole podcast about, and I don't care that we both look like idiots right now.
Today.
I don't care that we don't look like idiots right now because we don't know the word consultation. That's not the point. All right.
I already forgot the actual word. Consolation, right?
Yes.
Thank God.
I don't care that we both don't know the meaning of that word. What matters to me is I defended you on recording saying you were gonna stream. Zach's gonna change his ways.
And then I didn't.
And you haven't
Honestly,
streamed
that's
at
on
all.
you. I told you I probably wouldn't end up doing it.
No, you didn't. You said it.
On the podcast, I'm pretty sure I said I might not do it and you're gonna look like an idiot.
No, you didn't say that. No. Why are you arguing with me when I edit the podcast? You do that all the time,
Because
by the
I
way.
vaguely remember saying.
You do that all the time. You always argue with me about things we said on the podcast. Like I don't edit the podcast, upload the podcast. Half the time I watch our own podcasts just to see how it looks, get an idea of the quality, see what the reception is, and give myself a little wink. I look cute. But that's not the point. The point is, I know what you said. You did say towards the beginning of last week's podcast, I might not do it. But by the end of the podcast, I had convinced you, and you had convinced yourself and the audience that you were going to do it. You said it like 3 times towards the end of that episode that you were going to do it. You were going to stream. And you haven't, and I'm mad.
I'm sorry. If it's any consolation,
yes,
there's that word we learned today.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it today, the day of the recording, and tomorrow, the day of the uploading.
Well, yeah, you have to do it tomorrow. So for real this time, this episode's going out Thursday, and
yep.
Thursday, today, it's getting uploaded.
And yesterday, Wednesday also.
Can you let me finish the sentence? We are both streaming. You have to stream the day this goes up because you're streaming with me. And if you abandon me, I'm going to be pissed. So hopefully I'm not wrong this time. But we're supposed to both be streaming the day this goes up, which is tomorrow because we're recording it a day ahead of time. And you said you're streaming tonight, but at this point, I don't even believe that.
No, I'm trying to play Horizon Zero Dawn.
Can your computer handle it this time?
Yeah, I fixed it.
What was the problem?
The problem was the game decided that it wanted to do the recommended settings, which is fine if I'm not running any other programs.
Yeah.
But when I go to stream a game, like I went to stream it last time, I was running Discord, for some reason I want to say Snapchat, Streamlabs.
Streamlabs, yeah.
I was running fucking all my little like extra stream things like voice mod and my Elgato Stream Deck program, as well as my antivirus decided to run itself.
Okay.
Which usually is fine, but the game like makes its own settings to start, and it set everything for max because my PC, while running other programs, can handle that. It cannot handle it while running all those other programs.
No,
So,
I have the same problem sometimes with a new game where the game like reads your PC and puts the settings automatically to the highest possible because you have a good PC.
yep.
But when I want to stream a game, I can't stream a game like Horizon Zero Dawn, for example, on the highest settings.
No, yeah.
And it's the same way for you, and I feel bad for you because that was...
But it was so bad. It's like, it tried to optimize my settings to like be proper the first time, which is when it chose to put them on the highest settings. So I don't know why it didn't just put them on the highest settings. But it took like 30 minutes for it to get through 3%.
Huh.
So that's, at that point I just came fucking upstairs and chilled with you while you were doing whatever it was you were doing. I forget already.
Probably cooking. That's all I do outside of I either am in my room doing schoolwork, homework, or streaming, or I'm cooking in the kitchen.
I think I honestly bothered you from like the moment you started playing a game upstairs to the point where my McDonald's arrived and ruined Brian's friend showing up.
Oh yeah, that's a whole story. We'll get into that in a second. But just to finish my point, I don't think I've ever sat down to watch our TV by myself this year, which is kind of crazy.
By yourself? No, it's either always been with me or Abby or Brian,
and
but never Harrison.
My point is mostly like it's almost every time I watch the TV, it's because you want to watch TV and I join you, or my girlfriend wants to watch TV and I join her. I don't, like I said, I don't ever really sit in our living room or socialize much anymore since quarantine. I'm just in my room doing schoolwork, homework, or streaming, or I'm cooking in the kitchen. That's it. That's all. Anyways, to get to the story you just referenced, we should probably talk about it so people aren't wondering. They aren't.
I'd like to hear
begging the question,
like point of it, because my understanding was like you organized this surprise for Brian.
Well, would you like me to explain it?
Yes.
That's what I was gonna explain it, and then you cut me off.
Well, let me cut you off real quick to explain what I think might have happened.
Why would you predict what might have happened when I can tell you what happened? You're really pissing me off today. You really are. Okay, so our roommate Brian, it was his birthday the other week, and one of his best friends who lives in Virginia, which is about a 5-hour drive from us, was coming to visit him as a surprise. And the way the surprise was gonna work is she was gonna knock on the door, ring the doorbell, and Brian was gonna open the door and be shocked to see her. And because none of us really like opening the door, we had planned it. She was texting me, trying to organize this with me, and we had planned it where I was gonna be in my room editing a video, and I was gonna ask Brian to come in my room and show him like something funny about this video. I think it was that Mario Kart video I uploaded a little bit ago. And when the doorbell rings, I'd be like, oh, can you get that? Because I'm editing. Meanwhile, he's just watching me edit. So he's the more likely person to get up and go get the door.
Right.
So, the doorbell rings. And it's not this girl. It's Zach's McDonald's order.
That I ordered before I knew you were doing that. So I couldn't have, like, changed.
And that's fair. That's fair. No, that's fine.
And I feel bad about it.
Oh, that's fine. That's okay. You didn't know about the surprise. You weren't in the loop. But I laughed so hard afterwards, because I had to keep my cool in the moment. I laughed so hard because I'm like, why would you order McDonald's right now? Of all the times, of all the moments.
McDonald's, and it was dinner time.
But we've talked about this a lot, Zach.
What?
Okay, and I'm trying to convert you. You need to stop ordering food that you could just drive to in 5 to 10 minutes.
Listen, I hate leaving the house once I'm home.
But it's so expensive.
I know.
To order McDonald's with like DoorDash when it's a 5 to 8 minute drive, depending on traffic.
Yep. I'm still mad DoorDash doesn't deliver Chick-fil-A anymore.
Yeah, I wish. Chick-fil-A is great.
I'm like uber upset about that, because that was one that was actually worth ordering on DoorDash, because it was like, it's a 30-minute drive.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the story. So Brian opens the door and it's a McDonald's guy, and my jaw like drops. I'm like, oh, the fuck? No. So I quickly like grab the McDonald's, give it to you, I then bring Brian back up into my room and have him like watching this video again, and then she rings the doorbell. He's all surprised. It was a very heartwarming moment. It was a fun birthday surprise for our roommate Brian. But like, your DoorDash almost ruined it.
Yup.
I gotta be honest. If it would have been just a couple minutes later, they would have both got there at the same time.
Yeah. I think that would have been even funnier.
Oh boy. Anyways, what have we been talking about this pod? I feel like we haven't even touched any of the topics I had in my head.
That's okay.
But it's because we've just been arguing a lot, and I've been getting more and
Mom
more
and Dad
angry.
are fighting.
I'm getting very angry today. But yeah, you should definitely stream tonight. But worst case scenario, you have to stream tomorrow, or else I will mutilate you. So, because you're
Honestly, kind of down to be mutilated right now.
I'm angry right now, but it's in a joking way to try to, make this podcast entertaining. However, if you ruin my streams by not showing up, then I'm mad. Oh, then I'm blood red mad. Like,
Angry.
I'm actually, like, this isn't a joke anymore. I may go to jail. So,
Wait, you're going to Yale?
I wish, bro. Dude, I had a pretty good GPA in high school. I look back on this, and I think, maybe I could have gone to like a better school than just an average state school. But at the same time, I'm glad I didn't go to better school, because it would have been more money, which I don't have, and it would have been probably like more of a, there would have been more consequences to me being as lazy as I am now in college.
Yeah.
Like in high school, I got straight A's. I came to college and immediately stopped caring. And I just adapted the mentality of like, oh, I can pass with B's and C's, which has way higher consequences if I went to a more prestigious school than a school where I'm going to now, where a lot of these classes are a joke and the professors are aware of that. Like, I don't know.
I mean, in my head, like headcanon, you switched majors so you could get lower grades and still be fine.
That's not the only reason I switched majors.
I know that's not the only reason, but...
Yes, the major I switched to has a lower GPA requirement, but I switched majors because I was an English ed major. I wanted to be a teacher, and while I love the act of teaching, I quickly learned 2 years into that major, and 2 years into studying for that major, I quickly learned that I hate children.
Yes.
So, while I still love the act of teaching, and I would love to be a teacher, I just don't like children that much. They annoy me. So, that's the main reason I switched my major. I love teaching people things. I just don't want to teach, mongrels.
Simply get a better dog.
Oh, boy. But I have some fun news for today's podcast.
You're pregnant?
No.
No.
Though,
What about now?
that would be interesting, to be the first male pregnancy,
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know how I would do it. I don't really want to do it. Even for the fame. I wouldn't even do it for the fame. No, so I've talked about it a little bit on both the free episodes of the podcast and the Patreon episodes, but we talk a lot about video games, and one of the games I play daily up until today is Pokemon Quest. It is a shitty knockoff Pokemon game that doesn't really require a lot of thought or skill, which is part of why I liked it. I don't know. And I've been playing it for 2 years now, and today I finally beat it 100%. I've accomplished everything there is to accomplish in that game. And it's rewarding.
Nice cock, bro.
It's a rewarding feeling, but I don't know what to work on next. Like, I don't know what game to make my new daily grind.
Final Fantasy 3.
I could play. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 3 lately, if I could enunciate properly. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 3, and that's a good game. But I don't know. Part of me wants to do something a little bit more exciting, like maybe an MMO or something.
Ooh.
Because the only game I've played daily for the last 2 years has been this shitty knockoff Pokemon game, and I don't want to play another like low quality game. Not to say that Final Fantasy 3 isn't low quality, but I've beaten it before, so it would be a little boring. Not shitty, but boring. That's what I should say. So maybe I add a little bit more of a more exciting, a better game, maybe, Zach? Do I play a good game for the next 2 years?
No, you can't.
I've played a shitty game for the last 2 years. Might as well play
a good game. It's illegal. It's a crime against God and man.
But I don't know what to play, which is why I'm taking suggestions from you today on the podcast, as well as anyone who wants to comment suggestions. I'd love to hear it. But I need a game that is going to take a lot of time. I don't want a game that'll be beaten quickly. And it'll be fun to play almost daily.
Well, fuck. I was going to say, I don't really know of any, like, games that fit that, like, requirements. But my suggestion out the gate was going to be go harder into Warframe.
I could go harder in the Warframe. And I thought about that, honestly. I thought about that before the podcast today. My concern with going hard into Warframe, and I guess this is another caveat I should just mention for any game, is I would like it to be a game that I could stream and make YouTube content of that would be successful. And my problem with Warframe is, as much as I love it, Warframe's a great game. For some reason, even though it's a great game, and it's a game I'm very passionate about, a game I love, it is one of the least popular games I've ever streamed. I never get any viewers on Twitch when I'm streaming Warframe, and I don't know why. Because it's a popular game, like people know about it, it's got a community, but I guess I just, I'm very unlucky.
I feel like a lot of that game's caveat that neither of us really hit on is fan art and build, like, tech.
Yeah.
So, like, instead of watching you, they're watching, like, Shy do an art. Or, like, instead...
They're watching art streams? I guess that's
They're watching
fair.
art streams, or alternatively, they're watching, like, people with really cool, like, niche builds, like, put those together and, like, figure that stuff out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because that's pretty much what I watch when I watch Warframe streams.
I guess that's fair, but yeah, it's just weird. Like, I get more viewers in games way less popular. Like, Warframe's always at least in, like, the top 20, sometimes the top 10.
Yeah.
On Twitch's, like, gaming page, like their browse page, I should clarify.
Yeah.
So it's got a lot of viewers on Twitch. I just get none of those viewers. Meanwhile, I streamed Stardew Valley 2 days ago and got 6-7 viewers, and that game's a way smaller community. Now, 6-7 viewers still isn't great, but it's good for my size.
Yeah.
Compared to a Warframe stream where I get like 2 viewers, it's better. So,
I mean, any viewers is great for my size. But I can't really say that, because to get viewers, you actually have to, what's it called?
yeah, you have to
stream
if you want viewers.
You gotta stream if you want viewers.
Gotta love the Amish. There's a car.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I tried telling you that.
I didn't realize it was that one. I thought it was the one behind it. Damn. We're gonna be here forever.
Yeah.
Sport mode activate.
Gotta love the Amish. They're very nice, at least, and they
They're very kind.
They make very good baked goods that I like to eat. I like to eat and partake in. I think I've spent more money than I'd like to admit on baked goods from the Amish. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, we've kind of gotten off track. I need a game to daily play. I've thought about Warframe, but I don't know. I'd rather take a risk on a new game and maybe the viewers will be low than keep trying Warframe. Because I've been streaming Warframe on and off for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And my viewers have always been bad. So I'd rather play a new game and have bad viewers and then maybe move on from that game.
Yeah.
Than keep trying to play Warframe, because right now the data does not suggest that anytime soon my Warframe numbers are going to go up.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I've thought a lot about it. Like I said, I've thought about maybe getting back into MMOs.
I'll play WoW with you. Just kidding, I won't.
I played Mabinogi for about a year, and I played MapleStory for a little. But I've never played any of the big MMOs, like WoW, for example. Or RuneScape back in the day was all the rage, and I never got into it. That's kind of a missed opportunity for me. I feel like I would have enjoyed RuneScape, but I just never played it.
I don't remember the name, but you might. There's a like newer one that Ross has been playing recently.
Oh yeah.
That I think might be interesting.
Ross has been playing a new MMO. I'm opening Discord right now because he's playing it so often. There's a chance if I open Discord, I'll see him playing it.
He's playing it right now.
Yeah, we'll see the name of it. Where's my boy Ross?
If not, you can go into his profile, I think, and look at games he's played recently.
Is that a thing? Huh.
Maybe. It should be if it's not already. Discord, if you're listening.
It's not a thing, and he's not playing a game. There are a lot of MMOs out there, and I've never really gotten into them. So that's a plan for the future. I don't know if I'll make MMOs a daily thing. I don't know if that'll be a game I play daily or a genre I'll play daily at least. But we'll see. What else? I've thought about maybe making like speed running my daily grind.
That'd be, I don't know, because like I feel like Pokemon Quest as your daily grind has been like a good like background thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
And speed running could never.
I don't know.
Be like a background thing.
I feel like speedrunning could easily be a game, I should say game. Speedrunning could be a thing I do on a potentially daily basis because it gets me a lot of viewers. Yeah. I just need to, get used to failing a ton because that's the main reason I don't speedrun often on Twitch and I don't stream. It's the main reason I don't stream speedrunning a lot. Is there's a lot of failing and like there's a lot of unsuccessful things that happen on those streams, but that's okay. Like every popular speedrunner is the same exact way, so I don't know why I'm trying to hold myself to a higher standard, and I shouldn't hold myself to a higher standard. But additionally, there are some people who watch my streams that also don't seem to understand that, and they like get annoyed when I fail over and over again. And that's another concern for me because I don't want my chat to get annoyed. I think it's because my viewer base isn't like a speedrunning viewer base per se. I
don't even know what they're from.
My viewer base it's like half people that are there for my skill in shooter games and half people that are there for like my personality. It's a weird mix.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are a lot of different, and there's some people that are there only for like my more chill streams where I'm playing a farming game or something. And then there's some people that only show up for Nintendo streams. I don't have a very cohesive unit of viewers. But
okay, now that you're fully safely on the road, let me just fucking blow right past you like I would have done if you'd turned on safely.
Don't be mean to the Amish, Zach.
Don't pull out in front of a car going 55.
That's also fair. Anyways, but I don't have much of a speedrunning audience, so I don't know if I can make speedrunning a daily grind because I don't know if people would watch it. That's, I guess, my concern.
Well, if you made it your daily grind, you'd probably get more viewers from that like niche.
That's fair. Well. That's a good point. I don't know.
Regardless of what it is.
I think I worry about viewership too much because every time I think of a possible game or genre of games,
your first thought is how many viewers does it have on Twitch?
Yeah. My first thought isn't would I enjoy playing this daily, it's would this get a lot of viewers, which it's not bad to think about viewership, but
it shouldn't be the deciding factor.
Yeah, I need to worry about that less, I guess. I want to grow. I want to grow on Twitch. I
think one of my bigger problems with like not pulling in viewers when I do actually stream regularly is I'll play a game that like raked in the views like 8 months ago.
Yeah, no,
like the example for today is going to be Horizon Zero Dawn, which raked in the views like a year ago.
I do the same thing sometimes. And it's because I rarely have the money to get games when they first come out. So I'm always late to like popular trends.
Or like I'll just never play a popular trend game like Until Dawn or Detroit Become Human because I've watched. What are you doing? I'm going the speed limit, my guy.
You got places to be. His wife's in labor. I don't know.
My wife's in labor. Anyway, back to my train of thought. It's hurting me not to try to race this guy right now.
Don't race this guy.
Nah, but like Horizon Zero, or not Horizon, Until Dawn and Detroit Become Human are like games that I watched so much, like so many streamers and YouTubers play it, that I don't want to play them.
Yeah.
Even though those are like games that are prime for that, like watch someone else play it, then play it yourself, because you're likely to get a different outcome anyway. And I'm just sitting here like, no.
Well, if you had to pick, I'll flip this question and this podcast topic on you. If you had to pick a game to daily grind, what would it be?
Right now, there's
for yourself.
For myself.
Not for me.
For you, okay. So for you, but not for me.
Oh, I hate you.
So for right now, there's enough content in Warframe for me to daily grind.
Okay.
Plus, I'm trying to get new friends into Warframe right now.
That's also a good point.
And by trying to get, I mean, I've hung out with them every day for like 2 weeks, and I keep saying, hey, we should play Warframe, hey, we should play Warframe, and then I never actually, like, give them a reason to play Warframe in the moment, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and that's about what I would expect from you.
Yep.
So, Warframe, like I said, and I think Warframe would be a good daily grind for you, especially if you streamed it and made content off of it.
Oh, that'd be cool. Oh, wouldn't that be neat?
Wouldn't that be fun if you streamed? I
do feel like I'm in like the perfect niche not to get viewers for Warframe, because I know most things,
yeah,
but I don't have a like excessive knowledge of things that would make me a good like build crafter.
I guess.
So like there are people that were building Ash. I think he's been nerfed now so that it's not really doable. But there were people that were building Ash to do like 100 million damage.
Huh.
Per like hit.
Ash is a character I still don't have in that game.
You don't have Ash. You should have Ash. It's been free so many times.
I don't know.
Like just free to get Ash Prime.
I'm just lazy and I don't get on a lot. I don't get on Warframe as much as I used to.
You should get on Warframe more.
I'll get on Warframe more when you stream more.
I'll stream Warframe tonight if you stream with me. Just kidding, I won't do that. I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn.
I was going to say, you're playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Also, I was going to stream Mario Galaxy tonight, so...
Oh, wow, look at me, Mario Galaxy.
You weren't going to convince me either way.
We can play Warframe after.
I don't have time, man. We have so much stuff to do today.
We do have a lot of things to do.
We're doing this podcast. We're recording a video for your channel.
2 videos for my channel.
2? Okay.
I forget which ones they are, but one of them is a Pokemon Quest.
I can't... What? Okay. We might not be able to do that today. You are really... You sent me 3 videos you wanted to record for your channel.
Yep.
None of them were Pokemon Quest.
Yes, they were.
No. Oh my god,
I promise,
bro.
it's one of the ones.
You really love to argue with me on the podcast. You argue with me more on the podcast than you do in real life, which is pointless because it makes the podcast way more boring. I'm gonna murder you.
At least I thought it was Pokemon Quest, that one bit we discussed.
I'm so... Alright. I need your help with...
edit my own video.
I'm reading your message to me. Tomorrow I'd like your help with 3 bits. Refrigerated chicken nuggets.
Oh, not happening.
Pizza bagels.
Nope.
And Jane and the Dragon.
Jane and the Dragon we can do.
None of those are Pokemon Quest. This is why you should not argue with me. It is futile. And it makes me mad.
Well, my thought was that I thought really hard about messaging you about Pokemon Quest. So, like, in that way, I am right?
You're not right. Anyways.
I'm correct.
We're going to record 1 or 2 videos for your channel.
Yep.
We're doing this podcast now, and it's going to be like 6 or 7 by the time we're done this podcast.
Hopefully not, but yeah, probably.
It's going to be later.
Yes.
We're both doing our own streams. And we had a gaming session planned for me tonight. So I don't know how the hell you also think we're going to stream Warframe together after all that. That's a lot. I could do it if I was still on my shitty sleep schedule, but now that I have classes...
Oh, now that you're being healthy?
Yeah, now that I have classes and I'm waking up at a good, healthy time every day, not 3 p.m., I can't fit all that into one evening.
Wait, you have a gaming session tonight?
Maybe we play Warframe tomorrow.
We could play Warframe tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have literally all day tomorrow open right now.
Yeah, we have a gaming session. A CSGO session.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, sorry, forgot about that fully.
For me.
Fully forgot.
Yeah, but hey, at least we're getting a lot of content done today.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing the podcast, which is something for both of us. We're doing videos for your channel. We're doing stuff for my channel. It's great. It's great. We're getting a lot done.
Not yet, but to go back, the refrigerated chicken nuggets requires prep I did not do today.
That's fine. We don't have to do that video today.
Or did not do yesterday that I should have done for today. And instead we'll probably do tomorrow for Friday.
That was a lot of information. I didn't take any of it, but that's okay.
Friday probably.
Friday we'll do that video? Okay, that makes more sense to me. But I'm down to do other videos. Listen, I'm down to do content all the time.
Do you want to do that pizza that you have in the freezer?
I can't do that today.
Tomorrow?
Maybe.
Friday.
Listen, like I said, I'm down to do content.
Saturday night.
I'm always down to do content, but I can't do it. You can't add things onto the schedule today, as today is almost, over. This day is 2/3.
It's 5:30 at night, by the way, and I'm suggesting all this shit to just pile on to our already large workload.
The day is 2/3 of the way gone, and we already have a busy schedule ahead of us for the rest of the evening. I can't do more. But I'm down to do, listen, I've been thinking content a lot lately. I've been uploading a lot of content to my channels and the Patreon. It feels good, honestly. I have a couple videos fully edited and uploaded ahead of time.
Nice.
They aren't even public yet. They're just
It's good for you.
They're sitting in my YouTube private because I want to space them out.
Oh, you did say you were going to start doing alternative lifestyle type
My
videos.
plan is by the end of the weekend to have the first episode of Alternative Lifestyle up on my channel, which could be fun. I'm excited. It's just, like I said, I've been thinking content lately.
That truck says Ergot on the top.
My priorities have been very content related.
My guy, don't do it. Thank you.
I think by the end of this week, just this week as a whole, I will have uploaded at least 6 videos to my channels, and 2 to the Patreon. So that's fun. Got a lot.
You're good at this YouTube grind.
Well, like, you should stream and upload.
I should. And I gotta edit.
And also, you should give me stuff to put on the Patreon. Because right now, the Patreon is like 50% stuff that has both of us in it.
Right.
45% my stuff. And then there's one thing on the Patreon right now that's just yours.
Is that art project?
It's that art project.
Okay. I do need to borrow your Switch, by the way, to take screenshots for another art project.
Okay.
Because you have a completed save file of Breath of the Wild.
Technically, yes. You can never fully complete it, which always pisses me off.
You know what I mean?
I'm not arguing with you. I'm getting mad at
very upsetting.
I'm getting mad at Nintendo that's still a thing. I hate games that are like that, where you can never actually beat them. Once you beat the final boss, you load up the game and it's back to your previous save before fighting the final boss. And Breath of the Wild is exactly that way, and it makes me mad. Makes me very mad.
So my question then, if you were to make Breath of the Wild different for that, this is the busiest I've ever seen this. And I think it's just because there's a chicken truck up there.
If I were to make Breath of the Wild different, or you ask me how I would do it?
How would you do it so that there's now a malice-free open world that you can explore after the fact?
Yes, so let me explain, because that's part of what I would do. Part of what I would do is there'd be a, Ganondorf-free open world where you don't have to deal with like blood moons or, the castle being covered in this negative aura. And I'd even go on top of that. This is a lot of work, and I'm not a game developer, so this is just me shooting the shit. But I think it'd be really cool if the castle changed a little bit and almost got repaired.
Oh.
And you could then go into the castle and explore it, and it'd be like a slightly new, different castle, and it'd be post-game content. Because technically, and I'm not trying to talk bad on the amount of content in Breath of the Wild, there's a ton of content in Breath of the Wild.
There's a fuck ton.
Technically, there's no post-game content because there's no post-game. So yeah, I think that would be cool. Get rid of, the blood moons, get rid of the negative aura, the malice, any sign of Ganondorf, you've beat him. Repair the castle, and make the, repaired, almost good version of the castle, the non-evil version of the castle, make that version of the castle explorable as well. and make that castle post game. I don't know. Because that was something that kind of annoyed me about the castle anyways, is because it's being taken over by Ganondorf and it's covered in all this negative aura. It's kind of hard to see stuff. Yeah. It's hard to appreciate how cool it looks.
I think I would keep like Blood Moons in just so you could still get like monster parts and guardian parts.
That's fair. That's fair.
But it wouldn't be like a ooh.
Oh yeah, because I forgot Blood Moons replenish all the monsters on the map.
Yeah.
No, okay. I forgot that does that. I just wanted to remove Blood Moons because I hated the cutscene. It was always a waste of time. Like every couple hours in the game you have to deal with that cutscene.
Yep.
And it annoyed me. But yeah, replenish monsters, sure. Because then, you know, if you don't replenish monsters, you run out of monsters to kill. That's a good point.
Yeah. But, that's new.
What's new?
That your speed indicator next to that speed. That whole speed limit sign is new, as is the stop here on red sign.
They're trying to get you to drive safe, Zach.
They're trying to make this town look like it's not shit.
That's fair, I guess.
It's working. I don't like it.
Oh, boy. I'm just kind of, at this point, I'm just waiting for the battery
I'm surprised it hasn't yet.
I'm waiting for the battery to die. I'm trying to end almost every conversation on like a good closing note.
Yeah.
So if the battery dies, we're good.
We can just talk about how the battery hasn't died yet until it dies.
That's fair. That's a great topic. People will love that. Super entertaining.
Listen, I'm just shocked and amazed that the battery is still holding up. Resilient little battery we got here.
Another thing I need to do on the topic of content, and more specifically streaming, is I need to beat a ton of games.
Oh yeah.
I own way too many games, and I've completed, or at least beaten, very few of them. And it's a problem. And I've started this new rule for myself, basically, where I'm not going to buy any new games until I beat at least 4 or 5 of the games I've already purchased. Because
Catch me rolling up and buying you new games.
I need to stop buying games when I have a ton of other games.
Are you really? Okay.
When I have a ton of other games that I've purchased previously and haven't even come close to finishing. So it's a big problem, and it's something I'm working on. Thankfully, I have finished a healthy amount of games this year. I have 100% Pokemon Quest, 100% Mario Odyssey. I beat Final Fantasy 3, and now I'm working on 100%ing it. I've beaten a good amount of games, but I need to keep doing that. I need to continue that trend. So I don't...
Thanks for being in a hurry to cut me off just to fucking slow me down later.
Yeah, that guy was an idiot. I don't want to withdraw into my old ways of buying games and sometimes not even playing them.
Yeah.
So...
I have so many games on my Steam list that I just haven't played.
Yeah, I have a lot of games I've purchased and not played as well. So my goal this, end of the year is to beat a ton of games, and I've done that so far this year, and I want to continue to do it into the end of the year.
Honestly, I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Zach.
I think we can end it here. It's fine to end it.
How long have we been going? 43 minutes, and the battery hasn't died.
Yeah.
Wow. Lovely.
That's wonderful.
I'm feeling good.
I kind of really did think the battery was going to die before we got this close to our destination.
Well, yeah, we should end this anyways because we're about 5 to 10 minutes away from your grandparents. We don't want to dox their location. We like to give a nice 5 to 10 minute bubble from where we're going and where we're arriving. Like, we started this podcast about 8 minutes away from our apartment. So we're going to head out. Hope you all have a lovely, lovely rest of your evening or day, whatever you're watching this. Just thank you for watching in general. Thank you for supporting the Patreon if you do, and we will see you all later. Peace.